Hello, my dear students. Myself, Professor Sanjay Chavda, Faculty of Land Governance, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. This session is for BBA LLB second semester, subject Business Organization, Unit 2, session number 15. Session name is Characteristics of Company. That is continuation of last session. So my dear students, in last session, that is session number 14, we have discussed about 7 characteristics of company. Now let us continue with more characteristics. Number 8, common seal. Traditionally, it was mandatory for every company to have a common seal with its name engraved on it. But now companies are free to have or not to have a common seal. If a company does not have a common seal, any contract or deed shall be deemed to have executed by the company if it is signed by 2 or by 1 director and company secretary. Clear? Wherever the company has appointed a company secretary, then signed by 1 director and 1 company secretary. Earlier, common seal was must. Common seal was considered as the signature of this artificial person, signature of the company. Then number 9 characteristics, limited liability. Like as we discussed while discussing the features of the company or definition of the company, that in case of company, the liability of the member is limited to the nominal value of to the unpaid nominal value of the shares, or liability is limited to the extent of the value of the shares acquired by the members. Then number 10 characteristic, share capital. Company may be registered with or without share capital. Even the companies with a share capital are no more mandatorily required to have a minimum paid up capital. Now the companies with a share capital may be incorporated with any amount or paid up share capital as amended by the Companies Amendment Act 2015. But share capital of one person company cannot exceed rupees 50 lakhs. Then number 11 characteristic is transferable shares. The share capital of a company consists of transferable shares. The shares are movable property or goods. The shares in a public company are freely transferable subject to conditions prescribed by its articles. For instance, for example, articles of a public company may have a condition that only fully paid shares shall be transferable. However, the private company has to restrict the right to transfer of its shares by its articles. Then number 12 characteristics, that is separate property. A company can acquire and have property in its own name. Company can acquire property in its own name. The property of the company belongs to the company itself and cannot be considered as the shareholders or members' property. The property of the company is not even the property of any individual shareholders. The Supreme Court of India has held that a shareholder or director is not a part owner of the company or its property. So it can acquire property in its own name. So the company itself is the owner of its property. Then number 13 characteristic is capacity to contract. Like as we discussed, that company is an artificial person. Company has its own signature, that is common seal. Even in the absence of common seal, two directors or one director and one company secretary can sign. So this artificial person, this company has the capacity to enter into contract. So a company has the capacity to contract within the scope of the memorandum of association. Any contract made beyond the scope of memorandum is beyond the scope of memorandum renders it ultra virus. So every contract by a company must be entered into through some human agencies. Then number 14 characteristic, capacity to sue and be sued. As it is an artificial person, company has its own contract, company has its own property, so it has a right to sue and can be sued by any of its members or any other person. Then number 15 characteristics, managerial team. A company is managed by a board of directors elected by the members or shareholders of the company. So the board of directors determines the major policies of the company. There are some key managerial personals which, like we can say, such as managing director, whole-time director, company secretary, etc., who execute these policies and carry out the day-to-day affairs of the company with the help of the team of managers and employees. The shareholders do not take direct participation in the management of the company, because as we know that shareholders are scattered all over. Then number 16 characteristic is governance by majority. A company is governed by the rule of majority. Any decision in a company is taken with the support either of simple or special majority, that is by voting right. Then number 17 characteristic is statutory obligations. A company is required to fulfill a large number of statutory obligations: holding directors and company meetings, filing copies of resolutions passed in the company's meeting, maintaining books of accounts and registers, preparing and filing duly audited annual financial statements, filing annual return, etc., are some of the statutory obligations of a company under the Companies Act and regulations of the Ministries of Companies Affairs or MCA. Number 18 characteristics, business or property in the names other than its own. It is an important feature of the company that it can own property and carry on its business in the names other than of its own. Company can undertake under the name and style of any other person any property and carry on business in this name. And number 19 characteristics, business of goods and services. A company can carry on business of production or sale of goods or rendering of services within the scope of its memorandum. A company can do business of sugar, cloth, shoes, computers, etc., and can also render services of a share broker, trustee, executors, administrator, etc. If authorized by its memorandum of association, it can give services as well. Then number 20 characteristics, existence independent of state or undertaking. The identity and existence of a company is independent of the state or the undertakings. Therefore, if the state or the undertakings are taken over or nationalized by the government, it does not amount to taking over of the management of the company. Then number 21 characteristics, residence. A company has its residence, that is address. For communication purposes, the residence of the company is the place of its registered office. And for the purpose of Income Tax Act, a company resides where its real business is carried on. The real business is deemed to be carried on where the central management and control really resides, that is address of the company. Then number 22 characteristics, not a citizen and has no fundamental rights. A company is a legal person, but it is not a citizen either under the Constitution of India or under the Citizenship Act. It is therefore cannot claim the fundamental rights granted to a citizen by its constitutions. Even if all the members signing on memorandum of a company are citizen of India, the company does not become citizen of India any more than if all the members are married. The company would not be a married person. So like if all the members are married, it doesn't mean that company is married. In the same way, if all the members are citizen of India, it doesn't mean that the company is citizen of India. A company cannot make a claim for fundamental rights granted to the citizens, but the shareholder can file proceedings on behalf of the company against the violation of the company's fundamental rights. Then number 23 characteristics, that is nationality. Although a company is not a citizen of any country, but a company has a nationality of the country where it exists, where it is incorporated. A company cannot change its nationality, but a natural person can. If he wants, he can change his citizenship, but a company cannot. Then 24th characteristic is social responsibility. Every company has social responsibility and tries to fulfill it. But now the companies at 2013 makes it mandatory for the companies of specified size, that is on the basis of their average net profit, that every company has net profits of the preceding 3 years on activities covered by the social responsibility policy of the company. Every company running in profit, that is 2% of their average net profit of the preceding 3 years on activities covered by the social responsibility policy of the company, because company has to prepare nowadays CSR balance sheet also, that is corporate social responsibility balance. Then last characteristics or last feature is it may assume enemy character. It's surprising how a company is enemy character. Normally company cannot be a friend or foe, 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 because it is a justice person and does not have its body, soul and mind. However, a company may be regarded as an enemy company if the persons in control of its affairs are residents in the enemy country or are acting in accordance with the directions or wishes of the enemy. So then we can say that company can be assumed as enemy character. So these are 25 characters we have discussed. Once again, let me repeat the points 25. First, incorporated institutional body. Number 2, incorporated by a person or persons. Number 3, subscriber. Number 4, minimum and maximum number of members. Number 5, artificial person. Number 6, separate legal entity. Number 7, perpetual succession. Number 8, common seal. Number 9, limited liability. Number 10, share capital. Number 11, transferable shares. Number 12, separate property. Number 13, capacity to contract. Number 14, capacity to sue and be sued. Number 15, managerial teams. Number 16, governance by majority. Number 17, statutory obligations. Number 18, business or property in the names other than its own. Number 19, business of goods and services. Number 20, existence independent of state or undertakings. Number 21, residence. Number 22, not a citizens and has no fundamental rights. Number 23, nationality. Number 24, social responsibility. And last, number 25, measure inimic characters. With this all, we conclude characteristics of a company. So from here you can prepare, define company and explain the characteristics of a company. Thank you.